Hey, brothers and sisters, I hope we're having a great time with our chronological Bible reading plan. I just want to remind you what the big picture is here. Why is this story of Jacob and his sons so important? And this is fantastic. I love this. Remember that Jacob is the grandson of Abraham. Do you remember what God told Abraham after he gave tribute to the king of Salem, Shalom, the city of peace? After that, in Genesis 15, God told Abraham, quote, "Then the Lord said to Abram, know for certain that your offspring will be sojourners in a land that is not theirs, and will be servants there, and they will be afflicted for 400 years. But I will bring judgment on the nation that they serve, and afterward they shall come out with great possessions, and they shall come back here to the promised land in the fourth generation." You see, God already has it planned out that the Israelites would be slaves for 400 years. He tells Abraham this 150 years before any of it even begins, long after Abraham dies. And when God says it, it's not a prophecy, it's a plan. He's going to introduce himself to the world as the God of slaves, a nation. He's going to introduce himself. When people ask, who is God? The answer is, he's the creator of people born in slavery and delivered into new life. And when Jesus Christ comes on the scene as Israel's Messiah, he tells them, you're slaves of sin. He tells everyone. But if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. Amen? Okay, so we're reading about how God started with the nation of Israel. That's who they were as a people. That was their identity. It started when a group of brothers sold their youngest into slavery in Egypt. Later, they're all going to join them. And just like a baby grows in a womb, Israel's going to grow inside of Egypt. And that's who they are as a people. They're slaves. So the point is, when we ask another question, why did God choose Israel? Why are they the chosen people? Why didn't he choose the people in the land that would become Brazil? Why didn't he choose the people in the land that would become China? Why didn't he choose Texas? The answer is that God literally chose to create the nation of Israel. He made it abundantly clear that it was his doing. You remember Abraham's wife, Sarah, was 90 years old, way beyond childbearing age. She'd been barren all her life, and God did a miracle, and she gave birth to Isaac. And then Isaac's wife, Rebekah, was also barren. And they prayed, and God blessed them with Jacob and Esau. Now, Jacob had 12 sons by 4 women, but you remember, he wasn't interested in trusting God at all. A long period of his life, he resorted to trickery. He wanted to take care of himself. God had promised to bless him. He said, basically, thanks, but no thanks. I'll take care of myself. And he went on like this for years until he finally came to the point of saying, you know what? It has been God that has blessed me. We even saw he tried to use some silly folklore trick with sticks to multiply his sheep. And then God gave him a dream, said, I'm the one who multiplied your sheep. I'm the one who caused it to happen. And Jacob believed. And he came to the point of saying, I want God's blessing. I want you more than everything else I have. And God blessed him with a new name, the name Israel. And then, just so there's no mistaking that it was God at work, God gave Jacob's son Joseph a dream. And his brothers hated him, sold him into slavery. And then God gave Joseph the supernatural ability to interpret dreams. He becomes second in command in Egypt. He brings his family there. God does it all through miracles and dreams. The point is, God has orchestrated history as a revelation of himself to the world. He sets slaves free. If the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. Amen? Amen. Let's keep reading. Let me give you one question to think about as you read. Why Judah? Why did God choose Judah to be the dominant son? Such that we get from Judah, we get Judaism. Jesus is King of the Jews. Why Judah? Let's keep reading. God bless you guys. I hope to see you soon.